If you call my phone right now, then it goes straight to voicemail. I've been grinding so hard cause I cannot let my boy fail. Really kinda different now that I got a kid. Really kinda different now how I gotta live. Been up in the gym every day 4 a.m. Gotta go lift. Hey, what's up, Coach J? Then Willie Matt call up on the phone and I gotta listen up, see what Coach say. Been up on the grind, working my hands, working my stance. Opponent throw a jab, but I seen in advance. Rear hand parry, but I gotta get it back up just for the hook. I already know it's coming, I ain't even gotta look. Hell or high water come, but I really ain't shook cause I've been there, done that, and I read the book. And I really act hood when I'm in the backwoods. And I gotta get corn, just left Atwoods. And I'm right back at the farm, cows in the field, pigs in the mud, chickens in the coop. Really good at shooting and I ain't talking hoops. Yeah, that's the word, and I keep you in a loop. Rhyme around town with a cap and a white tee-belt and a blue jeans, and I got the boots. And I fight hard and my scars are the proof. Yeah, I'm in a 7-3, it's old school. Eye-to-eye, I'm mighty high, we ain't eye-to-eye. I'm in the hayfields where I like to ride with cedar trees and blackberries. Don't mess with me, I'm that scary. My guns hit hard like Pat Berry. Yes, I'm on those mats, very meticulous. Yeah, it's ridiculous, flowing like I'm amphibious. No negativity, I'm oblivious. Really from the bottom and I really ain't stopping. Every time I fight, I got a million jaws dropping.
Today we got a lot of news to talk about, but the biggest story of today's video, Bryce Mitchell absolutely cooking these soy reporters. Let me not, actually, I'm allowed to say that word, right? Anyways, let's just get right into it. We're going to waste no time.
Bryce, down here to your right. In the press conference last month, you got quite the negative reaction from the crowd. Are you a little more prepared now if you get that same reaction tomorrow? And are you kind of embracing that role at all?
So, really, this guy, I don't know who this reporter is. Reporter. I don't know who this reporter is. I have CT. I don't know who this reporter is. But this is the guy that mainly goes at Bryce. Other guys, they're kind of throwing softballs. But this guy, he really, really, really goes at Bryce. And he asks him, like, are you embracing that role? And Ariel kind of did the same thing where he was like, oh, Bryce, he's playing the villain. And I don't know why these guys, they think Bryce is playing some character. Bryce Mitchell is just a believer in God. And yeah, he said something on a podcast that was really messed up. No, it was messed up. No, seriously, he said something on a podcast that was crazy. But I don't think he's some villain either. But here's his answer to this guy, and he kind of cooks him.
Absolutely, brother. These people are coming out. They're making noise, and regardless if they love me or hate me, they're in the seats watching. So I appreciate that. All the fans know that I appreciate them.
I mean, that's a great answer. He doesn't say here, he doesn't say, yeah, I'm playing the villain, or he doesn't even shit on the fans. What a guy. He could have went out there. He could have said, fuck the fans. I'm going to go out there and he didn't even do that. He bigged up the fans. He praises his fans. He cares about his fans.
Not going to sugarcoat it. You brought a lot of this on yourself with your comments, and Dana obviously reacted, called you one of the dumbest people. But like we said earlier, he did give you a platform. Through all of this, what have you learned through the past month or so?
So it says, what have you learned? So I guess Bryce had to learn something according to this guy. I guess Bryce had to learn something. So yeah, this guy, he said, what have you learned? What because you have to have learned something, right, from this whole situation?
Learn to be totally fearless. No man controls me or controls what I say, and my research on history is up to me, and no man determines what my thoughts and my opinions are, how I raise my son, and what is taught in my household. And for me and my household, we will serve the Lord.
I'm picking Bryce. Guys, I know my prediction video is not out yet. I'll probably put this out before that. My full prediction video. I'm picking Bryce Mitchell, man. I've never seen this guy so locked in my life. I've never seen a fighter this locked in, probably since I've been watching the sport, man. He is stupidly locked in. Like, he's not joking. He's not, like, smiling up there. He's, like, look at his eyes. Guys, look at this man's eyes. He's the most locked-in fighter I think I've ever seen. Ever. This is crazy, man. I'm picking him to win. And we'll get to Gene Silva, actually, in this same video, because he's kind of the opposite. He's kind of smiling around. He's barking. He's doing the Gene Silva shit. Even though it's an extremely 50-50 fight, I am picking Bryce Mitchell because I just feel like he's just insanely locked in.
And then I guess building off of that, yesterday or earlier this week, actually, you posted a clip kind of giving your views on gays and, in vitro fertilization and saying they shouldn't be parents. When you're posting something like that, has any of this caused you to stop and think, man, maybe I shouldn't post this. Maybe I'm going to get another firestorm?
The fuck? Bryce Mitchell, he's just doing the Lord's work by posting that. I'm kidding. I'm not homophobic. Only on Sundays I am. But, so let's listen to his response. And look at his eyes, bro. Look at Bryce's face. He's locked in, brother. His eyes are like, bro, if he could shoot lasers out of his eyeballs, he would.
Therefore, whosoever is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, so too shall the Son of Man be ashamed of him in the presence of the Father and the holy angels.
That's it. End the video. See you guys next time. No, I should have ended it there, right? Yo, that was... Bro, I'm picking Bryce Mitchell. There's a chance he could just get knocked out in the first minute, but I've never seen a fighter this locked in. It's actually insane. I'm picking Bryce Mitchell. That reporter, he was trying to bait Bryce Mitchell. Like he asked, 2 or 3 questions that were just... Yeah, I mean, that reporter was just a bit of a... I wonder what kind of flag he has in his room. He probably has a freaking... Maybe one of those multicolored flags. Anyways, that's we opened up with this, but then there's a lot of other news to discuss. So we'll actually react to Gene Silva, and just looking at this picture, I just freaking banged my leg. I think Gene Silva is like... I know this is how he is. He's a smiley Gene Silva. He's goofy, but I don't know, man, bro. Bryce Mitchell is like... locked in. He's answering all these questions, just laser focused, seriously. Meanwhile, Gene Silva's like, hey, Bryce Mitchell, and he's barking like a retard. But let's react to this. He kind of discusses the fight and what he's going to do to Bryce Mitchell.
Cara, é excelente.
He's an excellent fighter. Listen, he's fought Ilia Topuria. He beat Edson Barboza, Dan Ige. Everything was going good until that knockout, until he got knocked out by Josh Emmett. And I think that really messed up his brain and his emotion.
See, so this guy Gene Silva, he's already insulting Bryce Mitchell. He's saying his brain, he's got TT, he's roasting him, he's cooking him.
And everything just kind of went wrong. You can tell that he's not looking at this the same way that he used to look at it before. He just really messed him up. So, the fight's going to go. He's going to try to take me down. I'm going to defend it, and I'm going to throw some shots at his head. Might knock him out in the first, in the second. We'll see, but, maybe he'll need to retire after this because he's...
What the yo, I think Gene Silva's too overconfident. I know he's selling the fight, blah blah blah, but going into a fight against your first ever ranked opponent, talking about, dude, he might have to retire after this one. What the fuck, bro? Bryce Mitchell, he just named off the names. Fought guys like Edson Barboza, fought guys like Danny Gay, fought guys like Josh Emmett, Ilia Topuria. You can't forget about Kron Gracie. No, but he's fought like really good names. Yeah, he's lost to a couple of those guys, but he beat some of those guys. He beat Danny Gay in a really, really great fight. He beat Edson Barboza. So, yeah, I don't know. Gene Silva is he's trying to retire Bryce Mitchell.
He's going to have some brain damage after this one.
Yeah, Gene Silva talking about brain damage when he barks all day is kind of ironic, isn't it? So now we're going to discuss Aaron Pico. So Aaron Pico has apparently signed with the UFC, and apparently he was supposed to face Movsar Evloev, the freaking pedophile, at UFC Vegas Apex something, May 17th, I believe it was, May 16th, May 17th, in May. He was supposed to face Evloev in May, and obviously Evloev ducked because they all duck. Let's just get into this. He's going to discuss... He's officially in the UFC. I'm very excited for this. He's obviously a tremendous fighter. If you've never seen him, go seek out his highlights. He knocks out everybody. He's really good. Yes, he has a couple of losses on his record. I think he has been knocked out himself, but he's very, very good, and this is a bit long overdue. So,
rumors of a Movsar Evloev fight for May 17th. I guess
May 17th.
How real was that? Was that something that was possibly on the table that would come along right with the signing right off the bat?
Yeah, it was real. I mean, I got a phone call from Ali saying, hey, can you fight April 17th? And I said, of course. And then I just said, who am I fighting against? And he said,
So,
sorry.
For the people, I remember when this was rumored, and I was going to do a video on it, but then there just wasn't, it wasn't big enough to talk about by itself. But now we can talk about it. When this fight was rumored to happen, I I think the leading theory that I saw was that Ali Abdelaziz obviously manages both guys. He manages Aaron Pico. He manages Movsar. So obviously it's weird matchmaking, but it makes sense because those are his fighters, and it's Ali just being a sleaze. It's why he wants to do Gaethje versus Makhachev, because those are his fighters, and he's just looking out for his own pockets. But anyways,
And I said, of course, that's a great fight for me. I don't think he knows how good my wrestling is, and he said, okay, Movsar agreed too. So I don't know. It was pretty close. I was a little bit surprised,
and then Movsar ducked.
but ultimately it's not happening. But it was a good sign that they were entertaining the idea of fighting a guy so highly ranked. For him, it was kind of hard because he's number 4. I'm just coming in. I can understand why he probably got advice not to ultimately take it. But he did say yes, but I'm sure he got with his team. And
his team was like, no, you guys, no, brother, you must duck.
Nothing but respect.
Yeah, so the rumor is Evloev is apparently waiting for a title shot, which could literally happen like by the end of the year. It could happen like this new era of fighters is, bro. I don't even blame Dana White anymore. It's the new era of fighters. I want to wait for the perfect matchup in the perfect time. That would have been a great fight. Evloev's last fight was, I believe, in November, right? November. Literally took minimal damage in that fight. I mean, frick, he was facing Aljamain Sterling. How much damage could you take against that guy? Took no damage. It's been December, January, February, March, April, 5 months, 6 months. We're going on 6 months. What is going on? Why? By the time he ends up getting back in the cage, if he ends up facing the winner of Volk and Diego, it'll probably be like 9 months. He turned it down. He agreed to it, then turned it down. Oh, man. We can never get good fights anymore. It's the same with Islam Makhachev ducking Ilia Topuria. People are going to get mad. I don't care. He's a duck, too. I'm joking, by the way. I'm freaking joking, man. My goodness. Before the... Brother, no, Islam Makhachev can do what he wants, brother, in the comments or whatever the fuck.
Brother.
Speaking of fights, this is another one. I'm locked in for this one. Peter Yan versus Umar. I like this. I think this is a great fight. Peter Yan called out Umar Nurmagomedov for either Baku, which I believe is that's the Fiziev card. Well, Fiziev is from there, I believe, or the Abu Dhabi one. 5 rounds. It has to be 5 rounds. That'd be a great fight. I think it's actually like very likely to happen next. In terms of who I think wins, I mean, early predictions, I'd probably go with Peter Yan, even though Peter Yan's my top 3 favorite fighter of all time, so I'm very biased, but I would probably go Peter Yan because Umar's good, but man, Peter Yan, he can go for 5 rounds. He's got tremendous striking, great takedown defense. Umar is not a Marab type of grappler where he's just going to keep pressuring over and over again. He sets up his takedowns a lot better, but at the same time, I think Peter Yan, he'll be able to... He's going to be expecting to be wrestled as well. Like in the Figueiredo fight, when he got taken down the first time, it was because most likely he was not expecting for Figueiredo to get a takedown. So that's why when Figueiredo got that takedown, that was the only one he got. Because for the rest of the fight, Peter Yan has shown why he was so elite and why his takedown defense is so elite. So that's one of my favorite Peter Yan performances ever, was that Figueiredo fight. So honestly, this is a great fight. I really hope it happens. Yeah, make this the main event of UFC Abu Dhabi Fight Night, whatever the fuck.
34, the official weight for Petr Yan.
And the final thing of today's video, I'm kind of glad I picked Volkanovski, guys, because he actually looks like he's done some sit-ups. He looks in good shape. We don't got to see this freaking picture of Volk anymore, the one from the second Makhachev fight. Like... the one everybody uses where he looks like a freaking overgrown baby. He actually looks good, bro. He looks locked in. He's done a lot of good interviews. I was listening to the media day for Volk as well. He sounded locked in. UFC 314 can't come soon enough. Make sure you guys like and sub. What do you guys think of all of the things I talked about today? There's a lot to really break down here. Become a member in the description. Thank you guys.